What's up, everybody? We are back and we have the information that just came out about Pokemon on the Nintendo Switch, and there was multiple different announcements, crazy announcements of course, and there's some confusion going on as to what these games are or what they are related to, and if they're actually new games, old games, what have you. However, for this video we're going to be focusing only on one of the games, and that's going to be the brand new Gen 8 game that they confirmed for 2019 at this press conference for Pokemon. Now, if you want all the details for Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee, and for Pokemon Quest, I suggest you check out Spawnway's video. I'm going to leave the link in the description for that. But this is going to be specifically about Gen 9, the brand new Pokemon game. There was some new information revealed about this game, and there's some clarification that Nintendo themselves confirmed about this game that we're going to go over here. Now, this is very important that you guys really need to listen to this and pay attention because it confirms quite a few things here. So of course you remember back in E3 2017, Nintendo announced they're working on a core Pokemon RPG for the Nintendo Switch. Now, in that presentation they didn't specifically say if this was a new game or if it was a remake of an old game. Now here we have Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu announced, and it's confirmed to be basically a remake of the original Pokemon going back to Kanto, right? So many people assume that this was actually the game that they announced back in E3 2017. However, this is not actually the truth. The game that was announced in E3 2017 was in fact the Gen 8 brand new Pokemon game that was confirmed to be coming out for the Nintendo Switch at the end of 2019. This was confirmed now, so it's over a year and a half away according to the press release by Nintendo. So let's go over it right here. Now, this is just part of the press release by Nintendo in the PR email, but it says, during a special Pokemon press conference in Tokyo today, the Pokemon Company International and Nintendo announced 3 new ways to play Pokemon for Nintendo Switch: Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, Pokemon Let's Go Eevee, and the free-to-start Pokemon Quest. With the addition of these new titles, Pokemon is broadening the scope of video game offerings from the franchise to appeal to its wide variety of fans at all player levels. Pokemon also announced that the next introduction to its popular core RPG series, which was teased last year at E3, you see, will arrive in late 2019 on Nintendo Switch for the first time. So here you have 100% confirmation from Nintendo themselves that this game was teased at E3 2017 by the Pokemon Company. This was in fact the game that fans were excited for that they announced back then. This was not Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, Eevee, or Pokemon Quest that fans were hyped for. Nintendo was hyping up Pokemon 2019, which was confirmed right here as being its next core RPG, which most obviously is going to be Gen 8. So a reason why a lot of core fans were disappointed by Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee and Pokemon Quest was because they thought that the game Nintendo was hyping was going to be the Gen 8 game for the holiday 2018. And this was in fact the game that Nintendo was listed as being 2018 or later. This was the Gen 8 Pokemon game. Don't be confused for this being Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu or Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. This was in fact that game that they announced in E3 2017, and it's what they listed on their investors meeting for the past year or so as being released in 2018 or later. So now we have the answer that Gen 8 Pokemon is going to be coming out in 2019, and not just 2019 but late 2019. So you can imagine that's going to be holiday 2019 for the Nintendo Switch for the next generation of Pokemon. And they did confirm that online play will be enabled in Pokemon Gen 8 on the Nintendo Switch in 2019 when it's released, and it will be a competitively focused online multiplayer game, unlike the just now confirmed Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, which is focusing on local multiplayer from what they said in their Q&A discussion. Pokemon 2019, they said, will focus on the core player aspect of the Pokemon series, while Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee will focus on broadening the landscape of Pokemon players, no doubt picking up where Pokemon Go left off and trying to bring in those players to the Nintendo Switch and moving them away from their mobile devices so they can play more dedicated console type of experiences. This is Nintendo's plan of not only selling more Nintendo Switch systems, but also bringing in more players who got familiar with Pokemon through Pokemon Go. But the key here is to not be confused by this announcement from Game Freak as them saying that this is another brand new game being released in 2019. This game was in development actually since 2017 at E3 at least, when they announced it at the very earliest. So this is not a brand new game that they're just announcing right now. We have to be 100% clear here. This is actually that same game they announced and that they hyped, that fans got so excited for, and all these rumors and speculation videos and Gen 8 art and all these things have been going on for almost the past year have all been focused on Gen 8, the game that they announced at E3 2017. So it's really good news actually when you think about it. It gives the Pokemon core series its time to be developed and to make sure it's a great game when it's released in holiday 2019, and it gives casual players or players who may not be as familiar with Pokemon to jump in from Pokemon Go to experience the game at home on the Nintendo Switch. And even for core fans, this will also be a fun game as well for them to enjoy on the Nintendo Switch. Speaking of Pokemon Let's Go, Pikachu and Eevee. So overall, I think this will be a success, and there's already some speculation out there going on that the Pokemon Let's Go series could be the semi-yearly installment in between the Pokemon mainline series, which has the core RPG aspects for those games. So basically you could have a new Pokemon game every year, one being for the more casual type of audience and one being for the more core audience of the series. But obviously this isn't confirmed by Nintendo or the Pokemon Company, but that is reasonable speculation based on the type of release dates that they have planned for these games. Alright guys, let me know what you think about all this crazy news in the comment section. Again, like I said, I'll leave the link to Spawnway's video in the description. You can check out all the information on Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee and Pokemon Quest for yourself there. But in the meantime, let me know what you think about Gen 8, and were you expecting Gen 8 to be released in 2018 since the beginning? And are you surprised that they put it all the way to late 2019? Or were you expecting something like this to happen? Let me know what you think about all that in the comment section. Alright guys, if you did enjoy this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll talk to you very soon in the next video. Have a great day.